So I'm sharing the screen. Okay. So take this problem. Find volume of the sphere. Okay, find volume of the sphere. Or find volume of the region. Find volume of the region bounded by the sphere. Find volume of the region bounded by the sphere. X square plus y square plus z square equal to a square. What would be the volume of the sphere? Of radius A.
4/3 pi.
4/3
pi.
Okay. And how did you get that formula? Through multiple integrals. Okay. So now today we are going to derive that formula. Okay. So radius is A. X-axis. Y-axis and Z-axis. Okay. So we want to derive the volume of the sphere. Okay. So what is the volume formula using triple integral? Call this as D. Volume equal to triple integral. What is the integrand value? 1 dV. Volume is triple integral over triple integral 1 dV over the domain D. But instead of finding the entire volume, is it not sufficient to find out the volume in the first octant and multiply with 8? Why? Because the sphere is symmetric about all the octants. Do you agree? There is equal amount of portion above the xy plane, below the xy plane, right side of yz plane, left side of yz plane, front side of zx plane, and back side of zx plane. Do you agree? The amount of volume that is occupied by the sphere is same in all the 8 octants. Is that okay? So therefore, to find out the volume of the sphere, it is sufficient to find out the volume of the sphere or volume of the spherical region. Spherical region in first octant. Volume of the region in the first octant. Okay. So what would be the how the volume looks like in first octant? You see here. Is this the volume? Do you agree? That is how the volume of the spherical region in the first octant looked like. So you this is only 1/8 part of the sphere. So if you find out this volume and multiply with 8, and you will get that total volume. Do you agree? Agreed or not?
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to find out volume of this region. Okay, so now to find out the volume, so let me call this as some d star. Okay, let me call this as some d star. Okay, this is d, this is d star. D star is a volume that is there in the first octant. Okay, so this is 8 times. Okay, triple integral 1 dz dy dx. Okay, I will take the order dz dy dx. Then you have to take the projection of this region. You have to take the projection of the region on what plane for this order?
XY.
XY plane. Okay, so can you see the projection of the spherical region on XY plane? This blue shaded area. Can you see that? So I will call that as RXY. This part. Is that okay? So which is nothing but 1/4 of the circular region. The entire projection will be circle, circular region, and 1/4 of the this will be the 1/4 of the projection. Okay. So then what will be the z limits of integration? Starting from the projection, you draw a line which is passing through the region. See where it is entering and leaving through the region. It is starting from xy plane, leaving through the sphere. What is this sphere equation? X square plus y square plus z square equal to a square. Okay. So then what will be z value? Z is starting from 0 and it is leaving through sphere. What is z value on the sphere? Because it is in the first octant, z will be positive. Therefore, you have to take this positive square root. So z is under root of a square minus x square minus y square. Okay, and remaining limits to be taken on the projection that I will do later. Is this point clear to all of you? For z limits, I have taken a line parallel to z axis. Shall I proceed? In your notebook, you shade the projection with your pencil. Okay, show the projection, shadow the projection. Shall I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Right. So this is 8 times double integral Rxy. Integration of 1 is z with the limits from 0 to root of a square minus x square minus y square dy dx. Okay. So this is 8 times double integral Rxy. Upper limit is root of a square minus x square minus y square dy dx. Lower limit is 0. Now you have to write down, you have to evaluate the double integral over rxy. What is rxy? Rxy is only 1/4 of the circular region. This part. This is a two-dimensional view of the projection, which is x square plus y square equal to a square. Boundary x square plus y square equal to a square because z equal to 0. Okay. So this is x-axis. This is y-axis. 0. Now whenever you have a circular arc as a boundary, how I asked you to evaluate the double integral?
Polar.
Okay, so you take x equal to r cos theta, y equal to r sin theta, dy dx is equals to r dr d theta. Then this becomes root of a square minus, what is x square plus y square? X equal to r cos theta, y equal to r sin theta means x square plus y square becomes r square. And dy dx is r dr d theta. Now how do you take the r limits of integration? See where it is entering and leaving through the region. It is entering from 0 and leaving through circle. What is the value of r on the circle?
A.
R square equal to a square means r equal to a, radius is a. Okay, so radius is a. So r varies from 0 to a. Okay, then how theta is varying? You have to cover only 1/4 of the circle. How do you cover 1/4 of the circle? With a line. How much angle you have to rotate?
Pi by 2.
0 to pi by 2. And you can see how easy to integrate this one, because you have r. When you take a square minus r square as t, okay, minus 2r dr will be dt. Okay, so from here onwards you can do it very easily. Okay, so you just take this a square minus r square equal to t square for the time being. This implies that what? Minus 2r dr is equals to 2t dt. This implies that r dr is equals to minus t dt. Okay, what will be the limits of integration? R tends to 0. Limits. Okay, r tends to 0 implies r tends to 0 implies t tends to a. R tends to a implies t tends to 0. Am I right? Shall I proceed?
Yes, sir.
So therefore volume will be equal to 8 times 0 to pi by 2 a to 0, no? A to 0 root of t square r dr will be minus t dt d theta. Okay, so now using this minus, can I interchange these limits? Integral a to b is minus integral b to a. Okay, so this is 8 times 0 to pi by 2. So if I don't want to use this minus, you interchange the limits. 0 to a, under root of t square is t into t dt d theta. So this is 8 times 0 to pi by 2. Integration of t square is t cube by 3 from 0 to a. d theta. So this is 8 by 3 a cube 0 to pi by 2 1 d theta. So this is 8 by 3 a cube theta from pi 0 to pi by 2. This is 8 by 3 a cube into pi by 2. So this means 4 by 3 pi a cube cubic units. Is this clear to all of you? Now, do you understand how many years it took for you to understand the derivation of volume of a sphere? You have learned the formula. You have learned the formula in some school stage, 8th class or 7th class, right? Volume of the sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube. Okay. If somebody asks ask the teacher, sir, how you got the formula? Teacher says it will be like that only. Okay, but you may think that sir doesn't know how to derive, that's why he said like that. That may not be the case every time, because your present understanding may not be sufficient, your present knowledge may not be sufficient to understand the derivation of that formula, and this is a classic example of that. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
8th class, no one knows integration, no one knows derivatives, no one knows multiple integrals, right? So in mathematics, that is the case. Mostly you will be learning how to apply a formula first. Only at a higher levels you will know how to derive that formula. Okay, so at lower classes you will be taught how to apply the formula. You will be taught how to apply a particular formula to solve a problem. Okay, at a advanced level only formulas will be derived. Okay, so that's why we have so many limitations every time. For every answer, for every question, the answer may not be immediate. Okay, so uh, please make a point of it. Okay, if somebody is not able to answer your question, that doesn't mean that he doesn't know. It may mean that you may not be able to understand it. Okay, right. So now we shall you just try this problem as I did. I have demonstrated sphere. Okay, if you're not able to solve, we'll see the solution in the coming weeks. Okay, so what I'm telling, show that, note down this problem. Show that the volume of the region bounded by the ellipsoid x square by a square plus y square by b square plus z square by c square equal to 1 is 4 by 3 pi a b c. Okay, hence find the volume of the sphere. Volume of the sphere x square plus y square plus z square equal to a square. I have derived volume of the sphere independently. Now you're asked to derive the volume of the ellipsoid, and from this you're asked to find out the volume of the sphere. Ellipsoid becomes a sphere when A equal to B equal to C. When A equal to B equal to C, ellipsoid volume becomes spherical volume 4 by 3 pi a cube. Again, the technique is same. A ellipsoid is also equally occupied in all the 8 octants. So the total volume is equal to 8 times the volume that is occupied in the first octant. Is that okay? So find out the volume of the ellipsoid in the first octant and multiply with 8. Will you do this problem? Will you try this? It's only okay. Uses your skill of integration. Will you try that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, try this problem. Okay, so if you're not able to do it, please let me know in the next week. I will demonstrate. Where is this? Okay, I think I can cut and paste here itself. No. Okay, where is this? Okay. Okay. So take the next problem. Find volume of the region find volume of the solid. Find the volume of the solid common to the cylinders. Common to the cylinders. Common to the cylinders. X square plus y square equal to a square. And x square plus z square equal to a square. X square plus z square equal to a square. What is the axis of the first cylinder? What is the axis of the second cylinder?
Z and Y.
First cylinder axis is z axis, and second cylinder axis is y axis, right? So this is x axis, y axis, z axis. Draw a cylinder of radius a. Okay. So this is a x square plus y square equal to a square, right? Okay. So what is the next cylinder? Hmm. अरे okay. So this is x square plus z square equal to a square. X square plus z square equal to a square. Okay. So this is origin. So you are asked to find out the volume of the cylinder common to these two. Okay, actually cylinder is there in all the, this first cylinder is there in all the 8 octants. This second cylinder is also is there in all the 8 octants. Okay, but I am showing only the uh, half portion of the cylinder here. Here also I am showing half portion of the cylinder. It's an infinite cylinder, see, because there is no there is no y limit. Y can vary from minus infinity to plus infinite cylinder, and here also there is no limit on z. Z can vary from plus infinity to minus infinity. So both are infinite cylinders. These two infinite cylinders are intersecting perpendicularly. So there is an amount of volume which is common to these two cylinders, and that you are asked to find out. Did you got the point? Now, do you agree that the volume that is common to these two cylinders is equally occupied in all the 8 octants? So, is it not sufficient to find out the volume common to cylinder which is in the first octant and multiply with 8? Do you agree? Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, again, it is similar to the previous problem. Only thing you should be able to visualize it. Okay. So, volume common to the two cylinders. V is equal to 8 times volume common to the two cylinders in the first octant. The first octant. Okay. Therefore, V is equals to 8 times. Okay. Okay. 8 times first octant. Let us say D. Okay. So let us say the volume that is there in the first octant is D. So over D 1 dz dv, or you say dv. Okay. So now let us write down the limits of integration. This is 8 times to integral 1 dz dy dx. Now what will be the projection of this region? What will be the projection of the region which is there in the first octant on xy plane? You have to take the projection on xy plane only, no? laterally x square plus y square cylinder is there. Okay, on the top x square plus z square is there. So when the cylinder is standing on on both are having same radius. Okay, so when the cylinder is standing on xy plane, which part is bounding the region? Is this not this part which is there in the first octant? Is it not the projection of the region which is common to the two cylinders in the first octant? Did you identify this point? Because the projection of the entire cylinder is a circle, not the circular region, because it is a hollow. Okay, okay, circular region because it is a solid cylinder, no? And in the first octet, only 1/4 of the circular region will be there, and whatever the volume is there in the first octant, that is exactly standing over this 1/4 of the circle. Agreed or not? You have a cylinder, on the top you have another cylinder. Okay, so it is bounded laterally, it is bounded by the circle x square plus y square equal to a square. I can proceed only if this point is understood. Shall I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now for z limits, what I have to do? For z limits, I have to draw a line parallel to z axis. Now draw a line parallel to z axis. Starting from the projection, you draw a line parallel to z axis. Where it is entering and leaving through the region, please tell me. From the projection, where it is entering and leaving. It is entering through xy plane. It is starting from xy plane. And where it is leaving, laterally you have x square plus y square, top you have x square plus z square. So when the line is passing through the region, it is passing through the horizontal cylinder, not through the vertical cylinder, because vertical cylinder is parallel to the line that we are drawing. These two are parallel, therefore this line can never intersect this cylinder, and this is horizontally is there. So when the line is parallel to z axis, that will pass through the horizontal cylinder. Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
So the line is starting from xy plane, leaving through horizontal cylinder. So what is the value of z on the horizontal cylinder?
Root over x square minus x square. X square.
A square minus x square, because z is positive. And remaining limits, let me call it as rxy. I will take it later. I will take the limits later. Okay, rxy. Or simply integrate. So this is 8 times double integral rxy. Integration of 1 is z, 0 to root of a square minus x square dy dx. So what is this integral value? Okay, that's it. Lower limit is 0. Later what we can do, because one of the because the boundary of this projection is a circular region, circular arc, I can convert this into polar coordinates again, right? So how can I write this? let x equal to r cos theta. You can see one of the boundaries is a circle. You can see. So it is 1/4 of the circular area. Okay. So this is only this part. So this is x square plus y square equal to a square. Okay. So x equal to r cos theta, y equal to r sin theta. So dy dx is r dr d theta. Therefore volume is equal to 8 times double integral root of a square minus, what is x square? What is x? X is r cos theta whole square. I think polar is easier, Cartesian is easy. Just check, because r cos theta and r dr d theta, dy dx is r dr d theta. We have a square minus x square direct formula is there, no?
Yes.
So I think better use that, because it is looking complicated here, not so easy to integrate, and when it is dealing with r under root. So let us write down limits of integration in Cartesian only. Let's see how it will come. So equal to 8 times double integral root of a square minus x square dy dx. Now for y limits I have to draw a line parallel to y axis. Draw a line parallel to y axis. See where it is entering and leaving. Starting from 0, leaving through the circle. So what is the value of y? Y equal to 0 to root of a square minus x square, because it is in the first quadrant, so y is positive, and minimum value of x is 0 and maximum value of x is a, because the radius is a, so x square is from 0 to a. Can you please tell me the integral of this function? What is root of a square minus x square formula? Is it x by 2? Sorry, what is the advantage in integrating this? You are integrating with respect to y. Therefore, this whole thing looks like a constant. Agreed or not? In your integrating with respect to y, x to be treated as constant. I think our work is become very easy. So y from 0 to root of a square minus x square. So I think in this case it is easy to do the integration Cartesian form itself. Root of a square minus x square into root of a square minus x square. Lower limit is 0. So this is 8 times 0 to a square minus x square dx. Integration of a square is a square x minus x cube by 3. The limits from 0 to a. So this is 8 times a cube minus a cube by 3. Lower limit is 0. So this is 1 minus 1 by 3. This is 2 by 3. So 8 into 2 by 3 a cube. This is 16 by 3 a cube cubic units. Is this fine? So here, instead of writing dx dy, it is better to take dy dx order, because in this order x will be treated as constant. Okay, so be careful while writing the order also. Okay, if you are writing the order wisely, then integration will be easy. Is this okay? Shall I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, like this, unless you visualize the region, it is not possible to uh, find out the limits and evaluate the integration. Okay. Okay. So, okay. Now you have seen change of variables and double integration, no? So f of xy equal to uh, f modulus of j du dv. Okay. So see, similar technique is there in triple integration also. Okay. Change of change of variables in triple integrals. Change of variables in triple integrals. Okay. So if you are considering x in terms of uvw, y in terms of uvw, and z in terms of uvw, then okay, triple integral or the domain D f of x y z, okay, dv becomes a triple integral over d star f of sorry, f of uvw modulus of j du dv dw. What is j here?
Check.
Psi w by dou of uvw. And what are the special cases? Special cases. First one, Cartesian to cylindrical. Cartesian to cylindrical. What is the substitution for Cartesian to cylindrical? X equal to r cos theta, y equal to r sin theta, z equal to z. What do you mean by cylindrical coordinate system? What do you, if you have a point x, y, z here, How do you reach to this point xyz from origin? First, what you do, you go x units in x direction, then you go y units in y direction, then you go z units in z direction, then you will reach to this destination. Do you agree? Like this x units, like this y units, like this z units. If you travel like this, you will reach to the destination. Okay, that is how we identify a point in Cartesian coordinate system. That is how we can reach to a point in Cartesian coordinate system. Whereas in cylindrical coordinate system, what are the parameters you have? X equal to r cos theta, y equal to r sin theta. So that means what? You take a radius vector, you take a radius vector of r units and rotate through an angle of theta. Rotate through an angle of theta. Okay, then you will reach to this point. What is this point? This point is r comma theta. Previously this point is, okay, I think not r comma theta, r cos theta comma r sin theta, right? R cos theta comma r sin theta. Previously this point is nothing but x comma y, x equal r cos to y equal r sin theta. Then what you do? Then you move through a distance of z in z direction. Then you move through a distance of z in z direction. Then you will reach to that point. You will reach to the destination. Is it clear? So that is how you will see in cylindrical coordinates. So this angle is theta, this length is r, this height is z. Therefore, this is r cos theta, r sin theta, and z. Okay. So then, what is the Jacobian of this? Jacobian is dou of x y z by dou of r theta phi. Sorry, r theta z. This is nothing but determinant of xr, x theta, 3 by determinant x theta, xz, yr, y theta, yz, zr, z theta, zz, which is equal to r, which is nothing but r only. I think I told you to do this in Jacobians when you are doing problems. I gave it as exercise. Okay, therefore triple integral over d f of x y z dx dy dz becomes a triple integral over d capital F of r theta z r dr d theta, r dr d theta, r dz dr d theta, r dz dr d theta. Okay, next one is Cartesian to spherical coordinates. Refer your books and tell me what is the substitution I took there. Jacobians, what is the substitution I took for Cartesian to spherical coordinates? Please tell me. X equal to anyone did that problem, or did we do that problem in class, or what? What is the substitution I did? I took, I wrote over there, x equal to r sin theta cos phi, y equal to r sin theta, y equal to r sin theta sin phi, and z equal to r cos theta. Z equal to r cos theta. Okay, so in that case, Jacobian, I told you dou of x y z by dou of r theta phi equal to r square sin theta. Okay, and this is an important problem in examination point of view. We may be asked to find out the Jacobian of Cartesian to spherical coordinate system. So you need to find out the 3/t determinant and show the simplification as r square sin theta. Okay, so then this will be f of x y z or dv over the domain D becomes a f of r theta phi into Jacobian r square sin theta modulus of j also r square sin theta. Okay, then dr d theta d phi, dr d theta d phi. Okay, and what is r theta and phi? Generally, so when you have a point here, okay, you have a radius vector like this. This is x-axis, this is y-axis, this is z-axis, and this is point xyz. Okay, so this will be the angle between the radius vector and z-axis is traditionally taken as theta, and projection of this radius vector on xy plane, you will have another radius vector. Okay, so we'll consider this angle as phi. Okay, so this is r, this width is r. Okay, r cos theta, r sin theta. Okay, so that is how you will reach to this spherical point in spherical coordinates. Okay, so what you do, you have to rotate the radius vector. Previously in cylindrical coordinates, you traversed vertically. You traversed vertically, but here you will be rotating the radius vector and then moving through an angle of this. Okay, when this is theta, this is going to be pi by 2 minus theta, I guess. So move through this angle, then you have to, okay, first you rotate horizontally, then rotate about in the space. Okay, then you will reach to this point. Okay, so but we are not discussing I don't think you'll have any problem from change of variables in Cartesian to spherical or Cartesian to cylindrical. Anyhow, we did some part of cylindrical coordinates in finding the volume itself. Volume of the sphere, what I did the same thing, no? See here, Z I kept as it is, Z I kept as it is, okay? Z I kept as it is, and y and x I converted into dr d theta. So this is in one sense, this is z r theta variables only what I used. So that means basically we did this problem in Cartesian to cylindrical coordinate system. Cartesian to cylindrical coordinate system. Okay, and Cartesian to spherical coordinate system conversion is not so easy because finding the limits is a tedious process. It requires a great amount of imagination and understanding. So we are not doing any problems, and in syllabus we are limiting evaluation of triple integral only up to Cartesian coordinates only. Only change of variables problems you will see in double integrals. Okay, from x to xy to uv coordinate system, and xy to polar coordinate system. Okay. So in after that I shall give some more homework problems. Okay, you try to solve those problems. If you have any difficulty,